Long ago, in the deep and mysterious waters of Odum Miri, there existed a kingdom hidden beneath the waves. It was ruled by a powerful but gentle king named Eze and his son Eze Mmiri was the pride of the underwater world. Eze Mmiri was a handsome young prince with a shining fish-like tail that sparkled silver and blue. His people loved him for his bravery, his kindness, and his curiosity about the world. The sea creatures adored their prince. The wise old turtle, Ogidi, often gave him advice, while the playful dolphins swam by his side, and the majestic swordfish bowed whenever he passed by. Yet, despite his happiness, something tugged at Eze Mmiri's heart. He had heard many stories from the fish and the turtles about the land above, a world filled with sunlight, trees, animals, and people. Eze Mmiri longed to experience this world, but his father, King Ezenko, had warned him never to leave the waters. Eze Mmiri, his father, would say, "The land above is not our home. It is filled with dangers and temptations. Our people belong here, in the safety of the waters." But the young prince was restless. He often swam to the surface and watched from afar as the children of a nearby village called Ama Ọfịa played along the riverbanks. A girl named Adaobi caught his eyes. She was a brave and adventurous girl, always playing with her friends. She was different from the others. She was kind-hearted, often helping the younger children with chores, and she loved the river, often talking to it as if it could hear her. One day, while Eze Mmiri was watching from behind the reeds, he saw Adaobi in trouble. She had ventured too deep to the deep end of the river and slipped into the water. Though she tried to swim, the current was too strong. Without hesitation, Eze Mmiri darted from the shadows and swam to her rescue. He lifted her onto his back and using his powerful tail to cut through the waters and carry her to safety to the shore. Adaobi coughed and gasped for breath as she looked up in shock at her rescuer. Who are you?" she asked, her eyes wide with amazement. "I am Eze Mmiri," he replied softly, "Prince of the waters." "But you are not human," Adaobi exclaimed, staring at his shimmering tail. She was frightened at first, but quickly realized that Eze Mmiri meant her no harm. "Why did you help me?" Eze Mmiri smiled. "I have watched you many times, Adaobi. You are brave and kind. I could not let you drown." From that moment, a secret friendship blossomed between the two. Whenever Adaobi went to the river, she would find Eze Mmiri waiting for her beneath the surface. They talked for hours about their worlds. Adaobi told him about her village, the Iriji festival, and the great baobab tree that stood at the center of Ama Ọfịa. Eze Mmiri shared stories of the underworld kingdom and the ancient coral castles and the wise creatures that lived beneath the waves. But their friendship soon attracted attention. Unbeknownst to them, a jealous river spirit named Mamianya had been watching. Mamianya was envious of the bond between Eze Mmiri and Adaobi, for she too had once tried to befriend humans, but they had always feared her. She was angry that Eze Mmiri had defied his father's warnings and ventured too close to the humans. Mamianya devised a plan to trap the prince and separate him from his new friend. One evening, as the sun was setting, she approached Eze Mmiri in the form of an old turtle. "Young prince," she croaked, "I have heard of your friendship with a human girl. But beware, for the land dwellers cannot be trusted. They will betray you. Eze Mmiri, kind-hearted as he was, did not believe her. Adaobi is my friend, he said firmly. She would never betray me. Mami Anya smirked and added, but what if I told you that her people plan to hunt you down? They believed you're a dangerous spirit and they wished to capture you for their rituals. Eze Mmiri's heart sank. Could it be true? Was Adaobi's friendship only a trick? Troubled by the turtle's words, he withdrew from the surface and did not return to see Adaobi for many days. Adaobi, confused and heartbroken, went to the river every day, calling her friend, but there was no answer. In the meantime, Mami Anya took her plan a step further. She whispered lies into the ears of the villagers, spreading rumors that a water spirit had been seen in the river and it was dangerous. The villagers, fearful of the unknown, began to panic. They gathered their strongest warriors to set traps along the riverbanks, hoping to capture the creature. Adaobi, realizing what was happening, ran to the river to warn Eze Mmiri. Eze Mmiri, you must leave. The villagers are coming to trap you, she cried. Eze Mmiri, still unsure of her intentions, hesitated. Why should I trust you, Adaobi? Mami Anya told me that humans would betray me. Mami Anya? She's a trickster spirit, Adaobi shouted. I would never betray you, Eze Mmiri. I care about you. At that moment, the water around them began to swell violently. Mami Anya, realizing her plan was failing, revealed herself in her true form. A tall, fearsome river spirit with eyes as black as night. You dare defy me, Eze Mmiri. You belong to the sea, not the land. If I cannot have you, then no one will, she roared, summoning a powerful whirlpool to pull him away. Adaobi screamed and grabbed hold of Eze Mmiri's hand. You are not alone, fight her, she yelled, refusing to let go. With Adaobi's courage and Eze Mmiri's strength, they fought against the whirlpool. Eze Mmiri called upon his underwater friends, the dolphins, the fish, and even Ogidi, the wise turtle. Together they swarmed around Mami Anya and weakened her powers and breaking her hold over the river. In a final act of defiance, Eze Mmiri used the power of his royal lineage. He summoned the spirits of the great water king, his father Eze Nkwo, who banished Mami Anya deep into the heart of the river, never to harm anyone again. Exhausted but victorious, Eze Mmiri and Adaobi stood at the water's edge. The villagers who had witnessed the battle realized that Eze Mmiri was no enemy. Instead, they hailed him as a hero. Eze Mmiri turned to Adaobi. I will always be your friend, Adaobi, but I must return to my kingdom beneath the waves. Adaobi nodded, her eyes filled with tears. I understand, Eze Mmiri, but promise me you will visit when you can. Eze Mmiri smiled and handed her a small glowing shell. Keep this, and whenever you need me, hold it to your heart. I will hear you. With one last look, Eze Mmiri dove back into the water, disappearing into the depths. But Adaobi knew that their friendship, like the river, will flow forever. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to stay connected by leaving your thoughts in the comments, giving the video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when a new content drops. We appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next video.